I'm very privileged to have the honor of addressing on this very special day. Firstly, I'd like to thank the class of 2010 for allowing me to serve as their class president for the last 2 years. I'd also like to thank Nate Danforth, our vice president, Lauren Schaefer, our finance and web design specialist, and Samara Haver, our secretary, for making everything we have accomplished this year as a team of officers possible. Thanks for all of his work with us on the Chris Kwan Memorial, our senior class gift. Chris Kwan was a member, let's give him a round of applause. Chris Kwan was a member of the Colorado College class of 2009 and was an exceptional student as well as an outstanding student athlete, playing both varsity soccer and lacrosse. Tragically, we lost Chris to a health condition this last fall. We are grateful for our time together and for the 2 memorials that will help us keep his spirit with us. The senior class raised the funds to provide these 2 memorials. The first is a Japanese lilac tree overlooking both Washburn and Stewart Fields. And the second is a memorial study space in the library. Thank you to everyone who helped make these 2 memorials a reality. Seniors, today, on the day of our graduation, many of us will experience a broad array of emotions. Excitement about the future, and pensiveness about closing what for many of us has been the best chapter of our lives thus far. Maybe even pride in our achievements and as our new status as alumni of this esteemed institution. But today I ask you, class of 2010, to take a moment to focus your energy on a particular feeling. On this day, our day, when it seems like everyone around us is congratulating us, when we are the center of so much attention and the happy recipients of so much praise and so many compliments, today I ask you to consider feeling grateful. We can be grateful for the experiences we have had at CC as individuals and for those we have shared as a collective student body these last 4 years. Grateful for the education our professors have provided us. Thankful to all the faculty and staff of the college for helping our student organizations and student-run events go smoothly. Today we should also feel grateful to those who have made it possible for us to be here. Generous donors, be they alumni, parents, or friends of the college. Any way you look at it, we have so much to be grateful for and so many to thank for our being here today. A group that is owed a huge amount of thanks and is also a group of people who make CC so special is the faculty and staff. I have no doubt that our professors are the most devoted undergraduate professors in the country. Our professors truly listen to what we are interested in learning about and help us do just that. Almost all of my friends at CC have a passion, and sometimes this passion is academic, and sometimes it's not too academic. But no matter the passion, there is always a professor somewhere on this campus that will help this passion become a project, a paper, a presentation, or even a thesis. I was lucky enough to have an advisor who not only helped me find and harness an academic passion, but became one of the greatest mentors I have ever had. Walking into my FYE professor, Vicki Levine's office for the first time, I realized that at CC, the professors want you to succeed and will go that extra mile, and my confidence started to rise a bit. Vicki was warm and even greeted me with a big mom hug. When our FYE class started, Vicki would often address us by saying, "When you apply to graduate school," so on and so forth. And I would think to myself, when I apply to graduate school? Huh? Over the freshman year, Vicki and I grew closer, and as soon as I could, I switched advisors so that I could work with her more closely. Last year at this time, I remember sitting and talking with Vicki about what was to become my thesis project. She was certain that I could conduct the original research needed to complete the project, and while I was very nervous and less certain of myself than Vicki was, I agreed to complete the project because she trusted me with materials that she herself had never even worked with before. Vicki's trust inspired me to not only complete my thesis, but to present it at a professional conference in Canada that we traveled to and presented at together. Vicki was more certain in my abilities than I was at the start of the project, but over the year, she has helped me realize that I can trust my abilities. Next year, I will be attending graduate school, just like Vicki guessed my freshman year. While I remember the meetings Vicki and I had about projects, or the brutally intense editing I had to do on my thesis to get it up to Vicki's standards, What I'll remember most is the moments where my advisor took me to tea at Montague's to calm me down after a test. Those high fives or mom hugs in the hallway. And most importantly, I'll remember that my advisor, Vicki, helped me realize my full potential in these 4 years here at CC. Thank you so much, Vicki. In just 4 years, CC students acquire a well-rounded education that helps them to understand issues and ideas from many important vantage points. And more importantly, CC students gain the tools necessary to keep on learning for the rest of their lives. And this is thanks to our professors. Thank you to all of you wonderful professors for helping us grow as students, but also as people. A thank you is also in order to all those on CC's staff who brighten our day around campus. There are so very many names I can mention that would make the students and the faculty smile in recognition and appreciation. For example, I'm sure every member of the class of 2010 knows Yoon, right? Yeah. She's probably the most funniest and the most talkative Bon Appetit employee. I bet Thos Lesser and AV worked hard to make sure that all of the sound equipment being used today was set up properly. We cannot thank them all individually, so instead I will simply say thank you to all of the people who helped the college tick. May I speak for the class of 2010 when I say, parents, thank you for everything. Moms and dads, I know it was hard adjusting to having your child away from home. I'm sure it was a hard transition that first year when the frequency of phone calls home to mom went from once every few days to once every few weeks to probably just once a block. I know that it was difficult to deal with the first Thanksgiving or spring break when your daughter or son chose not to come home. That distance, though, has helped us learn that you, our parents, are always there to listen, to offer advice, to give support, and to say to us late in the block that even though you don't really know what the block plan is like, you're sure that we can make it to the next block break. For many of us, it is that one phone call home a block that gives us a little shot of motivation we need to get our work done, to approach a professor with a new idea for a project, to apply for a venture grant, or to do so many other things. Parents, thank you for trusting us in our choice to come to CC. Thank you for giving us the support we have needed over these last 4 years, even if we don't call home quite enough. Thank you for raising us, and thank you for continuing to raise us. Mom and Dad, thanks for everything. A big thank you is in order to all of us, from all of us. I have come to realize that a big part of what makes CC so special and unique is the people that CC attracts. Seniors, you have made CC a special place for me, for the person next to you, and for everyone here today. I have yet to meet a CC student who does not impress me with their talent in and out of the classroom, with their passion and dedication to whatever they are involved in, with their kindness to those around them, their depth of thought, and their overall desire to live life to the fullest, especially when living life to the fullest equates to going to class in the morning, going to a meeting at lunch, doing something outside with friends in the afternoon, grabbing a beer or 5 after dinner, and then pulling an all-nighter to get homework done. Seniors, thank you for staying up late on the 4th Tuesday of the block with your music blaring. It was nice knowing someone else was awake getting their final project done too. Thank you for allowing a friendly face to join in on your game of frisbee golf on the quad. Thank you for sitting outside at lunch, even if it's only 35 degrees outside. Thank you for setting up your slackline, even when you know you should be studying. Thank you for smiling more than most people do. CC, class of 2010, thank you for being you, for being the energetic, fun-loving, intelligent individuals who come together to make the most dynamic and outstanding group any of us have, and I believe, will ever be a part of. Today, as we spend some of our last moments together as the Colorado College graduating class of 2010, let's remember all that we have in our lives that we should be thankful for. Let's not just be thankful today, but thankful in the years to come for how our CC experience has changed our lives forever. I've said a lot of thank yous today, so I'll finish with the words of someone who I believe knew not only to remind people to be grateful, but to show that gratitude in their actions. JFK once said that, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Seniors, congrats! We did it!